welcome to Dungeons and Comedians. How are you all doing tonight? Thank you so much for joining me here. My name is Brendon Bennetts and I will be your Dungeon Master for this evening. Just before the show starts and before we get on with the comedy show, boo, boring, we get to do the safety briefing. Thrilling, informative, exciting. So just because of, you probably haven't heard about this, but there's this whole thing going on. And if you wouldn't mind just keeping your masks on unless you are putting something in your mouth, then that would be great. If you've been to previous shows, this table is usually about 2 meters closer, but so that the performers can take their masks off, we are pushed right up against the wall here. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the only thing we worry about now. So, fire, just, you're on your own, but so long as you're wearing your mask, we're good. All right, please welcome to the stage our adventurers! Take a seat. First of all, very exciting, everyone is sporting custom thematic masks for their characters, designed and created by the wonderful Karen Healy. So thank you, Karen, for that. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. Now, before we introduce you, there are a couple of other people that I need to introduce. First of all, at the back of the room, taking care of all of the technical side of things, we have, just seeing, good. We have Michael and Will. Give them a big round of applause. And you'll see maybe behind us a projector screen. We're going to have illustrations of what happens during the adventure projected up there, and providing those illustrations is our pictomancer, Andrew Kepple. Give him a round of applause. All right, now just a quick question. If you have played Dungeons and Dragons before, please make some noise now. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, please make some noise now. Few people. Is there anyone here who doesn't know what Dungeons and Dragons is? Okay, is this the sound of someone running away? Okay, sounds like we're all on the same page. So we are going to play something that approximates a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Yeah, well, let's find out how it goes. So, playing for us tonight, we have 4 amazing comedians. They have created characters for themselves, and let us meet them. We're going to start at the end here. Please, a round of applause for Phoebe Hurst. Welcome, Phoebe. Who will you be playing tonight?
Plank.
Of course, you'll be playing Plank, the sentient piece of wood. Good. Yes. Yes. Still haven't worked out how you're walking, but it's great. It's great to have you here.
It's magic.
Of course. Next up, please welcome Ben Allan. Ben, who will we be playing tonight?
Hello, Brendon. I will be playing Captain Jacques, freebooter, adventurer. You know how they say, I'm a lover, not a fighter? You can be both.
All right. I can't wait to see that in action. Now, moving over to the other side, we have making his very first appearance in Dungeons and Comedians. Please welcome Ben King! Ben, who will you be playing tonight?
I'll be playing, my name's Colin Murderfist. I'm a blood hunter. a slayer of monsters. I kill monsters to keep the monster inside at bay. Enough said.
It is so exciting to have you here, Colin Murderfist.
Pleasure to be here.
And it's also great to have Ben here, who has the qualification of knowing how to play D&D. So that's always special when we have one of those along. And finally, please welcome Aaron Jelley. Aaron, who will you be playing tonight?
I'm playing Russel Scarecrow. A scarecrow.
Now, if I recall your backstory, you were a will-o'-the-wisp.
I was a will-o'-the-wisp for several thousand years. Now I'm a scarecrow.
You inhabited a scarecrow in an attempt to be a human.
I wanted to be a human, wanted to see what it was all about, looked fun. Yeah.
Okay. So just your standard, well-balanced D&D party. To give us a little bit of context, Andrew, could you put up the map? Now, this adventure began some months ago when three of you, Colin, you haven't entered the adventure yet,
Okay.
but the other three of you were magically transported from your homes, from the worlds in which you existed. In a flash of pink light, you suddenly appeared in a strange new land. Since appearing in this land, you've been trying to find your way back home. You've overcome all kinds of challenges, solved mysteries, fought monsters, but things have not gone well. You sought the aid of the monarch of the land, known as Lord Everblessed, who has ruled over these lands for 1,000 years. However, things didn't go well, and currently the three of you are on the run, hiding out in the wilderness. And as you wander through the wilderness, you see, put up on trees every now and then, wanted posters saying, you know, wanted Russel Scarecrow, wanted Jacques, and wanted Plank. And then there's, instead of a picture, they've cut a hole in the poster so that you can just see some of the tree behind the poster.
It's accurate.
Just quickly, just to get a sense of how much you're worth, could you all make an intimidation roll?
Oh,
Including me.
Not yet. Not yet, Colin.
14, Brendon.
12.
7.
All right. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Plank, you are the least intimidating.
Oh, wait. +5.
Okay. You're all
12.
pretty much equally intimidating. And so your posters indicate a similar level of reward.
Are we smiling on the posters, or is it...
How would you like to look at your poster?
angry mouth, but I'm smizing. So it's...
So basically how we all look these days while we're wearing our masks. Fantastic. Okay, now as you are stumbling through the wilderness, you run into a dark, mysterious stranger named Colin Murderfist.
Hello. What brings you to this wilderness?
Wilderness is full of shadows. I love the shadows. That's why I'm here.
I mean,
What brings you?
towns also have shadows, but okay. We're but simple folk, wandering from place to place, not for any particular reason like being wanted by the law or anything, you understand, but more because we enjoy the outdoors.
Make a deception roll.
5.
You're standing right next to a poster of yourself.
So you've been putting these up for fun?
All right. I will come clean. We are outlaws, but we have been framed.
Oh, do continue.
Oh, well, we worked for, did a job for the lord of the land, and he turned out to be a dick.
If there's one thing Colin Murderfist hates, it's dicks.
I mean, with a name like Murderfist.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Clown.
I can see. Oh my God.
Are you nice? Are you good? In your heart?
I'm a little in between in the spectrum there, but in my heart, it's only darkness.
Make an insight roll, Russell.
17.
Okay, you've got to tell him, like, what's in your heart.
Okay. First off, what's in my heart is,
Like, just a glimpse. Give him a glimpse of your heart.
I guess, deep down it's a lonely boy.
Let's keep it. That's enough. Now, as you journey through the wilderness together, you've been out here a while, and perhaps you're starting to miss some of the comforts of home or the comforts of civilization. From each of you, I'd just like to hear, what is it that your character is missing?
For one, Brendon, find that out here in the wilderness, there are very few chandeliers. It's very disappointing when a fight starts and I just have to start fighting instead of swinging in on a chandelier. I tried with tree branches, they're not the same.
That does sound, that does sound a real loss. Russell, what are you missing?
Before it was all very clean cut, where people were mostly just friendly to us. And now we've got friendlies and meanies. And I find that confusing. Not everyone's as straight up as, what's your name?
My name's Colin.
Colin.
Colin Murderfist.
Not everyone's as straight up and like genuine as Colin Murderfist. So it's just confusing for me. I've got to rely on these guys. So who's nice, who's mean? Stressful.
Blank?
Well, I'm quite tired because we've done a lot of travelling. And I'm starting to feel a bit rough. So fine-grained sandpaper would be nice. I also enjoy a bit of a top-shelf linseed oil. And of course, I miss my foot spa.
So you're really roughing it. Okay.
What do you put in the foot spa?
My foot.
Oh.
So for those heartfelt introductions, I'm going to give you each a point of inspiration. At some point during the adventure, you can use that to re-roll the dice. Now, you are tired, you are a bit distracted. And so, as you walk through these foothills, you suddenly find yourselves, all four of you, falling.
Is this like down a hill or into a hole?
There was like some overgrown, like an overgrown hole.
Oh.
You didn't notice, you stepped on it, and now you're falling down what appears to be a shaft. Does anyone want to do anything before you hit the ground?
How far away is the ground?
You haven't reached it yet.
Okay.
So
How close are we to the side of the shaft, Brendon?
the shaft is about 6 feet wide.
And we are in the middle of the shaft.
You're falling down the
shaft.
middle-ish part of it,
Middle of the
yes.
shaft. I'm wondering if I can reach out with my sword and do it like an ice axe kind of a groove in the side, slow my descent.
That sounds like an acrobatics move.
You should keep in mind, though, I'm going to use my magic rope to tie all of us to Jacques. So maybe disadvantage.
All right. Oh no. 11.
Okay, so just to be clear, so you tie all four of you together
The magic rope.
with a magic rope. So now all four of you are bound together, and you stab your sword into the side of the.
Yes.
And you have you're a swashbuckler. You have a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
So it stabs into the wall and then it like bends and you briefly boing up and then back down again and you continue to fall. You now no longer have a sword.
But can we commercialize bungee jumping?
Yeah, you have the inkling of an idea that, you know, as you fall, perhaps to your death, you're like, but this could be done for fun.
Just going to cross off my sword here.
Okay, ground is getting close now.
Okay, I can change myself into some kind of platform, like directly underneath us. So I just go, and then everybody has a shorter way to fall, and I've got long posts to the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're like a post across the
Like a
shaft.
flat piece of wood,
Okay.
but bigger. Like myself, but bigger in all directions.
Okay. I'd like you to make a strength saving throw to see if you can support the weight of your 3 companions.
Okay. 13.
Okay. Yes, you take the brunt of their weight, and you are going to take a bit of damage. You're going to take 4 damage, but you have managed to protect your comrades as you now find yourselves on the ground. You are in another now horizontal mine shaft. You can see there are tracks, like metal tracks, running along the shaft. You can see, there's a skeleton there at the bottom of the hole, just underneath where you landed, or would have landed.
Does he have a sword?
He's got a pickaxe.
Oh, you cannot buckle swash with a pickaxe, Brendon.
The skeleton, does he look sad?
Make an insight
I
check.
will make it. Oh, that's a natural one. For a total of 5.
You stare deep into the eyes of this skeleton, these empty voids. You don't know if the skeleton's sad, but now you're sad. As you contemplate death and what it means, the transience of life. It's a real memento mori moment.
It's just another Tuesday.
Are you picking up the pickaxe?
All right, I'll take a pickaxe with me.
Is there anything else around us? Or can we see anything other than the skeleton and the pickaxe?
Make a perception check.
What is my 16.
16. Okay, well, there's a very clear thing that I should have said. So just a little bit down along the tracks is, you know, one of those carts with like a seesaw
A
thing.
mine cart, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that you push up and down.
I was hoping there'd be one of those.
And you move it along. You know what are those called?
No one
I
knows.
think they may be called a jigger.
A jigger.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to say that. You see a jigger, and yeah, so that's. But with your perception, you also through your plank, through the wood, you feel vibrations. Something is moving through the earth.
Guys,
You're right.
something's moving through the earth. I can feel it.
And then, erupting out of the ground is the round, flat head of an armoured creature. It has 4 clawed legs. It seems to tunnel through the ground and then it emerges out of the earth. It looks vicious.
Say hello.
Okay. Well, it tries to bite you.
How big is this thing, Brendon? Is it big? Like the size of a beaver? What are we talking here?
We know what this is.
You might. Why don't you roll your nature knowledge?
I will.
You know a lot
Okay.
of monsters and things like that.
I do. If it is.
It's large.
Okay.
So it takes up quite a bit of the tunnel.
Now, if it is a fae or a fiend or an undead, I get advantage here.
It is not.
Okay. Okay. That That is a 14.
It's what's known as a bullet, sometimes known as a land shark.
A land shark.
Land shark. It tunnels through the earth, but it also has a powerful leap.
A powerful what?
Just like sea sharks.
It has what's known as a deadly leap. It can leap up to 30 feet.
Oh, that's very far.
Okay.
Brendon.
Yes. It snarls at you. Yes, I said it was trying to bite you, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your armor, Russell?
Ooh, 15.
15. Okay. You managed to dodge out of its way. What do you want to do?
Do I speak blade?
No.
Okay.
You also know that it is not. It's not a very intelligent creature. It seems to work on instinct.
Okay.
Oh, can I? I'm just going to go over and go. Maybe you want to leave? A suggestion. I'm going to politely suggest, hey, I know we've just met, and this is kind of awkward, and you're like, I'm a piece of wood, but maybe you want to go away? Go away.
This is not an intelligent
I
creature.
love how we're trying to barter with the shark, the land shark. But maybe it will work.
You can roll, but I'll give you disadvantage.
Oh no.
Wait. What does the disadvantage mean?
You roll twice and use the lower
The
number.
lower one.
Oh,
The
God.
lower one is that.
Oh, well, what? 6 was the first one, then I got 17. But I can't roll below it. I've got 6 plus 6, 7, 8, 14.
14.
12.
Is it 12?
6 plus 6 is 12.
I'm a piece of wood, I didn't do math.
You can turn yourself into an abacus if you need. The bullet does not seem to be convinced by this, and it is clearly preparing to attack. I'd like you all to roll initiative.
No.
That makes sense.
10.
Oh, 2.
Deux.
Oh, it's not looking good
I
over
got
here.
21.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. We'll start with you, Colin, and then we're going to go this way, and then we're going to loop back this way. So, what are you going to do, Colin Murderfist?
Okay, I'm gonna look at this thing, and I'm gonna have to get out my sword, which is also a rapier for fun, you know. And I'm gonna. This is my ability. Don't freak out. I'm gonna cut my hand with my sword, and then my sword glows with bright, radiant light. I've just used. I take damage to use this. I take 3 damage, and now.
Colin, there are people you can talk to,
Okay.
you know.
No.
There are services, we can get you some help.
Sometimes this is hard. And I a bit freaked out by all this blood as well. You know, I'm a bit sheepish when it comes to doing this. So I fight the urge to not faint from all the blood. Okay, and I go and I want to stab this thing.
All right, make your attack.
Okay. Oh yeah, 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, baby. Okay. I get to re-roll it from a feat, but just once on this one. Okay. That is a 19.
You're doing 19 damage.
Yeah. I rolled one off my maximum.
This is why I don't like people who are good at
Yeah.
studying D&D. Yeah, okay, you stab it. You stab right into it and it howls. Its howl kind of like makes the tongue shake a little bit. And the... Russell, your turn.
Yeah, I've already got my magic rope out, and I know that sharks have to keep...
Have you untied everybody?
Why do I have to do that?
I'm just checking.
Oh, should I have
Yes.
disadvantage on that?
Okay, yep.
I did untie everyone, thank you. And I know that sharks have to keep moving to breathe, or for something.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm gonna tie up its legs with the rope.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
I've got oh yeah. 16.
Okay, yes, your rope, guided by your hands, loops around the bullet's legs, wrapping around it. Now, before you go plank, maybe it was because of the cry of the bullet after it was stabbed, but the skeleton next to you suddenly sits up.
No, God!
At least he doesn't have a pickaxe.
And says, oh, sorry, I was only sleeping.
I have another question.
Yes?
Does he look sad?
You cannot tell.
Okay.
You rolled a 1.
I think he looks sad.
Guys, the skeleton's talking. Is that normal? Or something that's supposed to be dead? Or not sentient? No, okay.
I don't know.
What am I saying? I'm just a piece of wood.
You are it talks.
Maybe we should not talk about him in the third person while he's right here.
Oh, right
Might
here.
hurt his feelings.
Oh, sorry. Hello? Hi.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're going to use your turn to talk to the skeleton?
Sure.
Okay.
I think that's a good use of my turn. How's it going?
Oh, not so good. A long story to tell.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What are you doing down here?
Well, I was just having a little rest. I've been working so long, I'm just tired.
I mean, I'm sure we've got time to talk about this right now.
And your 6 seconds is up. Jacques, what do you do?
I cannot help but wish I had a sword for it. Just really.
You can maybe just see it far up in the shaft above you.
It's so unfortunate that we all stepped on that bush at exactly the same time. All right, where is the jigger? Is it between me and the monster? Or is
No,
it
it's
other
you
side?
are between the monster and it.
Okay, all right. I would like to run back to the jigger. I would like to jump onto the jigger, and I would like to, with one hand, I would like to start making the jigger go down the track towards the monster, and I would like to lean out with the pickaxe and try and joust him on the way past.
I love this move. Okay, make an. Are you proficient with vehicles?
Improvise.
Okay, make a strength check to get
Alright.
the jigger going.
All right. Oh, 19!
Okay, you rolled a natural 20. So even with your -1, you deftly get the jigger going with one hand.
Yep.
It's speeding along the tracks straight towards the bullet. So I'll give you advantage on your attack.
All right. No, pickaxe is I'm not proficient with a pickaxe. See how we go. Oh, gotta roll that one again. Oh no, natural 1. 8. I got an 8. And maybe I can find
You
that one.
embed the pickaxe into the bullet and leave it there. You are once more disarmed. And now,
Let us carry on down the tunnel. So long.
you start going down the tracks along the tunnel. You see Jacques starting to head down the tunnel. It's now the bullet's turn to act, and it's obviously going to attack you,
I understand.
Colin. No hard feelings.
Nope.
But it's going to try and leap at you, but because its legs are tied, it's not going to leap effectively, but it is close enough to still attack you, and it's definitely going to hit.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I would like to use my reaction.
Okay.
I would like to use my blood curse of the eyeless. Yeah. And I'll roll this D4 and I want to amplify it. So I take a bit of damage. I take 4 damage. And it has a -2 to that roll. That you just rolled.
Great. Okay, so you take 12 damage.
Okay.
As it bites you.
I understand.
The skeleton leaps up and starts running after Jacques on the jet. Hey, wait for me! It's mine!
Sorry, I'm not actually sure how to turn it around. Is there an obvious break here in the...
There's not a break.
Okay.
Colin, it's your turn to act.
Okay. Is everybody running away?
I'm rolling away.
I can't run.
This shark, does it look like I've done anything to this shark by stabbing?
Yeah, it's you've definitely wounded it.
Okay. I want to stab it again.
All right.
I'm gonna roll to stab. Is that okay?
Roll your attack.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no. That is, I can't do maths. 13.
It bounces off the pickaxe that is embedded in it.
No, my bad.
It's okay, I understand. I will...
You can move.
I can move?
You can move.
Oh, will it attack me if I move?
No, it's tied up.
Oh, okay, I will run away.
Okay, you run, Russell.
Okay, I'm assuming that Jacques going down the road for a bit of a run-up, and we're in a mine shaft,
Yes.
yeah. Is there any shiny, little crystally looking things, or like metals of any kinds, what they might have been mining?
Make a perception check.
Oh, 3. Plus something.
There's a whole lot of rocks. Maybe they're mining for rocks.
Okay, I grab a bunch of the rocks and I use my tinker tools to assemble sort of a faux chandelier.
I like where this is going.
above the creature.
He has a rope, right? He's got rope. He's got rocks.
I've got all sorts of stuff.
So what, you're tying together some rocks to make a chandelier?
Yeah, it's like urban decay, kind of quite artistic.
All right, I love this plan. Okay, so you deftly untie the billet and tie the rocks together and hang them from the top of the mine shaft.
Well, look, I'm going to suggest that the shark goes and stands under the chandelier.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest, hey, you go stand over there. Roll over there the way that land sharks do. Do your land shark thing. Burrow your way over to that shiny thing. It's pretty, isn't it? You want a closer look? I think you could get a bit closer. It's definitely not a weapon of any kind. That's what I say.
Okay. Yes, it's not a verbal creature, so you'll have disadvantage.
But the vibe, Brendon, the vibe.
I mean, if you want to project a vibe, then you could roll your animal handling to try and maneuver it into position.
Okay.
Oh.
9.
So it does move exactly where you want it, but the reason that it moves there is because it's come over to bite you. So it is in position, but you are going to take...
It definitely understood what I said. It definitely did what I said.
You're going to take 6 damage as it bites you.
Oh my goody aunt.
Jacques?
All right, Brendon. I would like to carry on down the tunnel. No. What kind of man would do that? No. I would like to, sir, let go of the jig. And go run around the other side. Start jigging the other way. Reverse jig. As the jigger grows near to the shark, I would like to leap up to the improvised chandelier, swing on the chandelier, and plant a double-footed kick to the end of the pickaxe embedded in its head.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So make your acrobatics check, and I'll give you advantage because of all of the work that everyone has done to get you to this position.
22.
22. So, using the kind of upswing of the jigger handle to launch you up into the air, you then describe exactly.
All right. So you've seen people at like the horizontal bars
Yes.
at the Olympics. So first of all, you have to do a couple of turn rounds. So while I'm up on the chandelier, maybe do like 2 and then a dismount and then a reverse pike and coming down like in the pose, but my feet are going to land on the end of the pickaxe, like all my flying momentum onto that, and like for 2 into the like just the top bit like that, which may be a little bit pointy now I think about it, but that's all right.
Yes, you are going to take 3 damage to the soles of your feet. But yes, you drive the pickaxe into its brain. It howls and collapses, lifeless, in the middle of the mine shaft. You have vanquished the bullet. Yes, give him a round of applause. You also hear the weird bony tap, tap, tap of a skeleton also trying to applaud. Oh, that was really great.
Thank you, my friend. I want to go and give him a hug.
I feel like you get me, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you really
get
get me.
Get me too. I feel like we have a lot in
I'm
common.
so sad.
I'm so sad too.
Oh, I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah. I wish I could see it in yours. But...
Tell me, my bony
I
friend.
remember when I had eyes.
What should we call you?
Oh, you can call me Olna.
Ola.
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 Ola, I'm Olna.
Oh, wait. Ola?
Olna.
Oh, I see.
What can you tell us about this mine, Ola?
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you all about it, but I've got to get back to work. So can you hop on the I don't know what this is called, but can you hop on it?
It's a jigger.
Okay, well, hop on and
Okay.
we'll go back to the office.
There's an office down here?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you work here?
Yes. And you can really see the sadness. One last thing before you leave. As you inspect the body of this bullet, you see a name has been inscribed into its side. And that name is Linus Proudmane.
Oh, yes.
You know him.
Do I know this name?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
maybe someone.
Yes, I believe that we have met Linus and he assessed us for our hero capabilities.
He's a well-known adventurer in this land, so maybe you have heard about him. He has the hair of a lion.
Is the name like a Zorro kind of thing, like Linus was here, or is it like a nameplate, like one of those label makers you put out and then you get the sticker and then you go on the side of a land shark, you know?
More the first than the second.
First,
of those.
right, okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's brutal.
So as your jigger moves along the shaft, you see you start to pass some other miners. All of them are also skeletons. They are wearing overalls. Some of them have those helmets with the light on the front. They're digging into the walls of the mine, collecting bits of rock.
What are you mining here, Ola?
Far crystal.
Far crystal.
Far crystal, yeah, that's what it's called. Very, very rare, and it takes a long time to find any.
What do you do with it?
I don't know. It has this weird, like, pink light that kind of glows out of it. I don't know, Lord Everbless wants it.
Far crystal.
Well, this is ringing more bells because, of course, we're all both here in
We
a
all came from a
burst
pink
of pink light,
light.
right? To your stupid dimension, chandelier-free dimension.
It's hurtful.
Sorry. It's not you, it's me. Only where do you take the fire crystals?
well, we take them up to the surface and someone comes from and takes them to Lord Everblessed. But I don't really oversee that side of things. Just a minor.
Right. Well, I think you should take us to your office.
So the mine shaft opens out into a larger area. You see more skeletons shuffling around. There are tracks going in different directions. There's carts being loaded, unloaded. There's all kinds of pulleys and contraptions moving things around, things being lifted up from different levels and moved around.
Are there other skeletons around or just them?
Yeah, there's lots of other skeletons, and at the kind of in the middle of things, seemingly directing traffic, is a snowman.
Oh,
What?
does he look sad?
Make an insight
Oh,
check.
wait, 18.
He does not look sad at all. Although initially he looks like a jolly snowman, but you get the sense that maybe he's not quite as jolly as he seems to be trying to appear as.
So he's sad on the inside.
He's snow on the inside, man.
Oh.
He's a snowman.
He waddles over to you, looks up from his clipboard and says, "Oh, what's this we have here? Some visitors in our humble little mine?"
Hello, yes, we've come for the tour.
"Oh, I didn't know Lord Everblessed was sending anyone."
Yes, he just said we're very VIP people and we've come for the tour, but we didn't get our name badges, so sorry about that.
Okay, make a deception check or performance, whichever you prefer.
Oh. 11.
11. It just so happens that he's in a state that is ready to be deceived. Oh, he's mad at us, isn't he? I'm so sorry about the delays in the last shipment.
Yes, he seemed very angry.
Listen, there's nothing we can do. There's a monster.
Not so much anymore. I mean, unless you're referring to another monster, which would be horrifying. Do you mean the big land shark guy? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, land sharks. Oh, we get a lot of those.
Oh,
No, this monster's unlike any we've ever encountered.
Can you describe it?
Is it like a physical monster or more of like an emotional monster on the inside? You know, the inner demons of the snowman.
Listen, I'd love to stay and chat. Of course I would. I would love nothing more than to stay and chat with all of you. But I do have some business to take care of. Why don't you go to the rec room, talk to some of the other miners? I'm sure they can explain the situation.
Oh, okay.
I'll show them.
Do you have some kind of special tag that you can give us, seeing as we don't have the name, like a lanyard or something? Come on, it's a tour.
He reaches into the ice of his chest, fishes around a little bit, and freezing cold and dripping wet, he pulls out 4 lanyards.
Thank you.
Now, these will give you access to the lower levels, although you'll also need a key. And why you would want to go down to the lower levels, unless you're here to slay the monster.
Can you describe the monster to us, perchance? Or is that not against the rules?
Some say its eyes are mouths and its mouths are eyes.
Oh, I know what that feels like. Do I know what that feels like?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
No, you're lucky to not know what that
Okay.
feels like.
Olna, mon ami, can I ask you an indelicate question?
Okay.
Are you aware that you are all skeletons?
Yeah.
What is the deal? Are you cursed to work this mine?
I mean, cursed is one way of putting it. I guess we just didn't read our contracts. when we agreed to do it, you know, we said that we would keep working until the job was done, and the job's not done, and so we've had to keep working.
You need a union, my friend. So what is the job that you are trying to complete?
Well, we're trying to dig out all of the...
All of it?
Yeah.
Do you know how much there is?
No. What? That's... I bet if you... He fishes out his contract, which he carries with him in his ribs. And it says... the undersigned agrees to continue working in the mine until the job is done. There's an asterisk, and then at the bottom it says, the job is done when Lord Everblessed or his representative decree that no more work can be done.
So wait, you were turned into a skeleton, or have you just been working so hard that you died? And
We worked ourselves to the bone.
Oh, I would laugh more, but that's pretty bleak.
How long have you been here?
I mean, I lose track of time, but I think 900 years?
That's a long time.
Can I ask a question?
Are you gonna...
Say to the skeleton, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How old is Lord Everblessed?
He's ruled over this land for 1,000 years.
Okay. That's older than me.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm as old as my soul feels. I'd say I'm in my 40s.
Colin, you are bringing the eternal slave skeleton down, all right? He's too depressing.
Did you say until Lord Everblessed or a representative of Lord Everblessed says that the job is done?
Yeah, which is pretty much the foreman.
I thought we're representatives of Lord Everblessed.
Yes, well, we're on a tour.
We're on the tour to ascertain whether or not the job is done.
I think your family
Yes.
have lanyards.
Yes.
So you're saying that you could say that the job is done? Say it!
All right, I think you're finished here. Yeah. Take a break. Take 5, everybody. Smoke him if you got him.
Nothing's happened.
Oh. It's more of a
Saying we
mystical...
have the power, sorry to interrupt.
No.
Are you saying we have the powers to release you from your contract as representatives?
Lord Everblessed or any
The foreman.
certified representatives of Lord Everblessed, and you're telling me that you are, so
Yes.
it's weird that this hasn't worked.
I don't know. I don't think it... Tell me, Olna, is the snowman the foreman? Is the snowman the foreman? Is a sentence I did not expect to say today, but there you go.
You mean Thorman Cook?
Snowman.
Thorman Cook, the foreman.
Wait, is it Thorman? Thorman? We don't want to thaw the snowman.
Thorman Cook, the foreman.
Thorman the foreman.
Floorman, cook, snowman, floorman?
Foreman?
He is a bit of a floor man. He certainly keeps control of this floor.
Foreman the floorman.
The foreman.
I
Foreman.
hope he does not have any minor injuries, because then he would be Thorman, Thorman, Foreman the snowman. But here's the foreman of the man.
Of the mine, yeah, that's right. Foreman of the mine.
Is he religious at all? He's not a Mormon. Alright, I won't do it.
So he's your foreman of the mine.
Even as a foreman, he's not paid well. He's a poor man.
How long do we have in the theater this evening?
Alma has been leading you towards another area off to the side, which seems to be a break room. You hear a voice coming from inside it. Why, I once met a couple of adventurers who were about to be killed by an ogre at the top of a hill. Well, I saved them. And then I gave them a performance evaluation. And here's what I told them. They are not up to scratch. They're lucky I was there. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all dead by now.
I know that voice. I feel like we need disguises. I don't think it's a good idea that he knows that we are. Otherwise, he'll tell them that we.
You see in the break room, his back to you, Linus Proudmane, the mighty warrior with the mane and head of a lion. He's sitting at a table with some skeletons, and they appear to be playing some kind of dice game as he is talking to them. So, if you want to adopt a disguise, you can.
I want to. I have a disguise kit. I'm going to be a skeleton.
I'm sure if anybody needs any help, I have a lot of eyeliner.
Okay, you're going to disguise a plank of wood as a skeleton by deftly applying some makeup.
I've got a sheet in my disguise kit.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of a ghost.
Oh, right. I could draw some little ribs on it. Well, I mean, someone else would have to do that. I haven't got arms.
Okay, sure, yeah. You shade in some parts of you black, and then some parts of you white, and you look like a 2D skeleton.
Just, the face.
Jacques, he's met you as well, so you might need to, if you want to.
No. There will be no disguise for Jacques. Well, Plank is busying himself or herself with the skeleton disguise. I would like to stroll in front of Linus with absolute maximum nonchalance. I would like to use all the nonchalance at my disposal. And I would like to say, hello, Linus.
All right. Intimidation? Shall we make an intimidation roll?
All right. Oh no, I'm going to apply my advantage. Oh, I improved it by 3. 7.
Okay, why don't you describe how this goes?
All right. Trip over my cape and fall onto the edge of the table and catapult the plate of stew through the air, and it lands on my hat.
That sounds about right. And then he looks up at you and says, yes, that's about what I expected.
This is not on the exam, is it?
Don't tell me the 4 of you are here. Or the 3 of you and that skeleton are here. To try and take on the monster. I've been learning about it. It's no piece of cake. And then some of the other skeletons sitting at the table, they say, I heard it breathes metal. I heard when it roars, all its bones clack together. I heard it'll eat every part of you except the nose and ears. We don't have noses and ears. I heard it knows your dreams and feeds on your memories. I heard it grows a new leg every week.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
How many people are in this break room?
There are, in addition to Linus, there
It's
are...
just 2, but they keep changing voices.
The acoustics are very strange in here. Yeah, there's 2 other skeletons at the table. There are a few other wandering in and out to the coffee machine.
Okay. So they're just weighing in on the conversation as they go.
Yeah, they can't resist chipping in.
Ah, yeah. It's skeletons, am I right? Can't resist chipping in.
Or I could attempt to recover a certain amount of poise by tasting the stew and finding it most excellent. But I said to Linus, oh, well, you think you're so good about killing monsters you didn't finish up that land shark with your name on it down there. We had to take care of that for you.
But that was me putting my mark on it, saying that I was going to come back to it.
Oh!
I was reserving that. That boulette had my name on it.
It literally did have your name on it. I will admit that.
Now, it just so happens I've been doing a little bit of warming up before I get to the main monster. I've been clearing out some of the minor monsters in the mine.
Oh, not this again.
I took out some cave bears. There was a clan of those. I killed a pack of brain moles.
You're feeling a bit nervous, you need to build your confidence, do you? Don't feel you're up to it.
That's preposterous.
Voice changed there.
No, it didn't. Listen, challenging monster, and they've had to close the lower levels of the mine. It's understandable that I would be cautious. But I've got the key to the lower levels. So when I'm good and ready, I'll go down and slay that monster. And then the reward will be mine.
I hop over and I try to take the key out of his hand.
He doesn't let you.
Damn it.
Or so you don't have hands.
It's kind of bad.
So you kind of slam against him.
Oh.
Tell me, Linus, you must feel that we have little chance ourselves of slaying the monster at the lower levels. Is that what you would think of us?
That is what I would think of.
Well, what do you say to a friendly wager? You give us the key, we'll go down, we'll have a crack at the monster. If we can kill it, then we get the reward. If we die, then we're out of your hair.
Make a persuasion roll, and I'll give you advantage on this, because he's quite convinced by your argument, I think.
15.
He slams the key down on the table. And then he takes a finger of stew from your hat. Excellent. Well, I'll come down in a couple of hours to clean up the mess. Slay the monster and get the fire crystal.
I feel like you're going to be mad at us if we do. Like, it's your whole thing that you came down here to kill the monster, and if we just do your job for you, you know, you won't get any of the reward. Is that okay?
Are you trying to talk me out of letting you do this?
No, I'm
Your friend was very convincing.
Oh, okay, I'm going to be quiet now. What's that over there?
What?
I leave the room.
Oh, where did he go? Alma leads you out. This is so brave of you. But you don't have to go down there. You don't have to go down there.
Oh, it's a matter of...
It's really dangerous.
It's a matter of honor, Olna.
Like, you know, just leave it to Proudmane. You don't have to go down there.
I think we need a word to your foreman as well, before we go.
Yes. How could I, Thorman the foreman, help you? Tell me more, man.
Well, I'm just wondering, if we go down and we assess the whole monster situation, we may find that there's very little left on the lower levels, you know. So we'll report back if you like, and if we don't find any more of the fire crystal down there, we'll just come and tell you up, and obviously the mine will be exhausted. So you'll probably just have to stop what you're doing.
Just before that monster arrived, just before that monster arrived, that we uncovered the biggest chunk of fire crystal we would ever found. It's down there.
What if he ate it? Could have happened.
Then you'll have to get it out of its stomach.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll let you have that crystal. If you slay the monster, I can reopen the mine. They say this crystal has some kind of power of interdimensional travel. I don't know.
Interdimensional, you say? Very well. We will look for the crystal.
Why don't you go... Stop by the supply shed on the way down. There might be some things that can help you.
Do they have swords?
I'll lead you to the supply store, and there are 4 items. I'm going to read them out, and you can take whichever one you want.
Mm-hmm.
The toothpick. The guitar pick. There's 2 different pickaxes. A portable hoe and a portable hole.
Sorry, a portable what and
A portable hole, which is it's a black cloth circle. When you lay it on something, it creates a hole.
Your friend Roger Rabbit, yes.
And a portable hole. which is it's like a grey circle of fabric, and when you put it on something, it fills it in. Hole with a double smoke.
What is it? Is there a label that says what it fills it in with?
Fills it in with stone.
Oh, okay. So if you put it on someone's face.
Both objects do not work on organic people, creatures, things.
Okay.
Alright, can you tell us more about the toothpick and the guitar pick?
The toothpick is made with the tooth of a purple worm that poisons those it strikes. The guitar pick is a guitar with a pick attachment, can use resonant frequencies to break stuff.
I'm going to take the portable hole.
And I'll have the portable hole.
I feel like, I don't know, what do you want?
I'd love the guitar pick if you don't mind.
Okay, toothpick feels like me too, you know? I feel like I'm that guy that have a toothpick in his mouth, you know?
Yeah.
That should get more toothpicks.
You make your way over to the elevator. Ulna moves aside a sign that has a skull and crossbones on it, and then a cross through the skull and crossbones to say no skeletons. And he moves that out of the way and says, well, if you want to go, then you better go. And the four of you step into the elevator.
I just take off my skeleton costume so I can go down the elevator.
And the four of you begin to descend down into the depths of the mine.
Does anybody have any way of healing or anything? I took a bit of a hit, and then I'll fight with the land shark.
I can either heal you with a spell, or I could mix up an experimental elixir that might heal you.
I want option B.
Oh, transformation. Body transformed as if by Altus self. Drinker determines the form.
Okay. I want to look more like a bat.
Go what?
Like a bat.
Like a bat.
Yeah, a bat. I feel like that's how I feel on the inside, you know? So, I want to be a bat.
Okay, great. You have one of those bat snouts
Yeah,
now.
cool.
And the pointy bat ears.
Can I hear, with echolocation?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You've now reached the lowest level of the mine. It's very dark down here. You were able to sense in front of you a mine shaft leading to a larger cavern.
Okay, guys, there's a mine shaft leading to a larger cavern.
Were there any, in the supply closet, was there any, lanterns or anything?
There are some torches set up at the entrance, at the side of the elevator. You're welcome to light one of those.
Light one of those.
I'll just hold on to one and call one of these.
Yeah,
Lead me through.
they works. They got safety pins on them.
Yeah.
You never know.
As you make your way slowly down the tunnel, you hear a strange clanking sound, a grinding sound. You hear a low moan. The creature, the monster, is close.
Colin,
Yes,
what do your bad senses tell you?
I would like to tune into my bad senses. What are they telling me?
Okay, make a perception roll with advantage.
Oh yeah. Okay. That is a 20, non-naturally.
A 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can see the entire picture with clarity. To someone who is just looking with their eyes, this might look like a terrifying monster. It has the shape of a monster. There's an enormous head and teeth, but you can tell that it has been cobbled together with bits of metal and wood, pulleys moving it around.
Oh my.
One of the eyes pops out and bounces on the floor, and through the eye hole, a skull pokes through, and it's like, oh no!
Does he look sad?
Yes. The skeleton pokes his head back through and says, "We are totally boned." And with that, we're going to take our break. A round of applause for our adventurers. Okay, folks, we're going to be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you then. We've lost Plank.
I don't know how to close the door. I have no arms.
There's mine.
I forgot my hat.
Okay, well, we'll just do it. As you recall, in the first half, you... it's Russell. In the first half, you fell down into a mine, which was filled with contractually obligated skeletons. There was rumours of a monster, which was the reason that the lower levels of the mine were closed. You journeyed down to the lowest level, and there to confront the monster, only to discover that the monster itself is a fraud. Now, I'll be honest, it took a little bit longer to fight that land shark at the start than I expected. So we're going to use a couple of, we're just going to summarize this next part. All of the skeletons who are hiding inside the monster come out. You can tell, without even looking, how sad they are. They can see that their plan has failed and that they're all going to have to go back to work for another 900 years until Lord Everblessed has all of the far crystals that he could ever desire. The lead, Tibia, who is of course the Skeletons Union president, says, "You know, we just wanted some time off. But you're going to go up, you're going to tell them all that it's not a real monster, and we're going to have to go back to work."
Comrades, do not be afeard. We too support the struggle of the working man or skeleton. We will assist you in your deception.
You will?
Oh, yes, we will. I mean, I feel like I speak for everyone here, apparently.
Yeah,
You guys, you know this plan?
Property's
Yes,
the
it's a
best.
good plan. It's a good plan.
That would be amazing. Okay, well, look, we really only know mining stuff. So if you can help us make this more convincing, that would be amazing. So here's how we're going to handle this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you each one more point of inspiration, and I'm going to give you a special power with this inspiration: the power of flashbacks. So at any point you can spend a point of inspiration to flashback to a time. At the moment, you are down at the bottom of the mine. You have a little bit of time to prepare for when presumably Linus Proudmane is going to come down to try and slay this monster. So whatever you did to prepare, that's great. When the encounter happens, you can flash back to something that you did to prepare. So do you want to tell me what happens? Like, describe what Linus is going to see. Paint the scene for me.
The first thing he's going to see when he walks out of the elevator?
Okay, so he's rumbling his way down in the elevator. The foreman is with him to witness what's happening. So the two of them are making their way down. They reach the bottom. The doors open. What do they see?
I see half of Jacques Dusson. I placed a portable hole on the ground, and I've lowered myself into it, and you can only see the top half, my torso and arms and head, lying here like this. Very still.
Okay, they are both going to make Constitution saving. Oh, they both throw up. Although, in the case of the foreman, it's just sleet. I knew he wasn't up to it, but that's horrible. And Linus pulls out the enormous battle axe off his back. I can see that I'm going to be in for a fight. Better stand back, Foreman Thorman.
Can I ask a question? This little toothpick I have, the poison, is it hallucinogenic in any way?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Alright, then I want to load it into a little hand crossbow, and from the shadows, I want to shoot at Linus.
Okay.
Try to make him, like, freak out of this thing.
Okay. Where are you hiding?
In the darkest part of the room.
Okay. Make a stealth roll. See if you can hide.
Okay. Stealth. Oh, that's a natural 20 for 27.
Okay. Well, you using your your newly acquired bat-like qualities. You're hanging from the roof of the mine, and yes, you can make your crossbow attack, firing this hallucinogenic toothpick.
Cool. Any chance I can get advantage because he couldn't see me?
That's fair enough.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. 25.
What was that? He can't see anything, but yes, you've hit him with a toothpick.
Yes. And I hide like the night.
Okay. In a moment, if he fails his rolls, you're going to tell me what he hallucinates.
Okay.
What happens next?
Does the snowman seem like he knows his way around down?
Oh, he's definitely been down here before.
So you're saying probably Thorman, the poor man who's the snowman, Floorman has probably seen a floor plan. Okay,
More than a floor plan.
oh.
He's seen a 3D model.
Well, if he's on sort of a home ground advantage, I'm just going to tail him around for now. I'm also kind of pretending that I've been ransacked by this beast. I've got as much straw as I can spare, just kind of out and about. But as I lie down pretending to be dead, I will kind of just flibble along behind them and just keep track of them.
Okay, make a stealth roll to flibble.
Yep. +2 of 13 is 15.
Yes. Every time he turns around, he's like, "What is it? Somewhere? Oh, must be my imagination." Plank? Are you?
Yes.
If you're not doing anything yet, that's okay.
No, I'm beside the monster with the other skeletons,
Okay.
and I'm going to flash back.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we made a contraption that changes voices, and I started going, except it's like, and it reverberates around the cave, and I go, and it sounds like around the cave, and it's just coming out of the darkness where we've placed the monster. I can't see Lord.
What are you hoping to achieve with this?
I'm trying to intimidate them.
Okay.
I do an intimidation roll.
I will give you advantage on that because I am intimidated.
Natural 20 plus 5. So 25.
Okay, so Linus and Thorman, they start to shake. You can see Linus's battle axe wavering as he holds it. The two of them huddle together, and the warmth of Linus starts to melt the ice of Thorman starts to thaw, and it leaves a kind of puddle of water behind them.
If you need the bathroom, there's the door, man.
Show yourselves, you beasts!
Coming to get you, Linus.
How does it know my name? How does it know my name?
I know everything.
Oh. He resists the hallucinogen.
Damn it!
Okay, now as the two of them are making their way tentatively down this corridor, they come into sight of the monster. What do they see?
Well, they don't see me inside going.
So we got flashback.
Yes.
Flashback to earlier, when we got each of the skeleton miners to donate one of their least favorite bones. And using each of the bones, we constructed a massively, crudely misshapen skull of a giant beast, as if a dragon had died and come back wrong from beyond the grave. That kind of size, a general aspect. But then there's just like a finger coming off, and like a metatarsal over here, and one of the tiny little bones from inside the ear is just on the front and making a little bump, and it's horrifying. And we've got it so the jaw can move up and down, and it's doing a bit of this, and then I also earlier ripped off part of the portable hole, so I had a second portable hole. And obviously, when you have two,
can't dig half a hole.
no, when you have two portable holes,
Okay.
they obviously connect to one another. So since they have moved past half of Jacques Dusson now, right, who is left behind on the passageway, as I put the other half of the hole in the monster's mouth, and as they come up, my leg comes through and just drops out of its mouth and lands on the ground, kind of like that.
Now you're playing with portal. Okay. So your legs are poking out the hole in the mouth.
Yes, in the mouth.
I'll allow it.
That's really nice.
But here's what I'll tell you: you've damaged the structural integrity of the hole, so it's not gonna keep working for much longer.
I'm sure it will be fine if I'm halfway through and something goes wrong.
Linus turns to Thorman and says, I think we should go back up and regroup. This seems a little dangerous. And Thorman turns to him and says, No, this is our one chance. The Lord Everblessed is depending on us. You said you'd attack it. Attack it. And Linus is going to charge forward and take a swing at the monster with his axe.
Okay. Can I now do something?
Yes.
I wrote down on my sheet that I am proficient in bagpipes. I would, at this point, like to play the saddest bagpipe song I know, which is every bagpipe song. And I'm playing this, in a way. Can I gauge what region of the world Linus is from? Okay, next stupid question. I just want to play the saddest song. Yeah, like that, but sadder.
Okay, make a performance roll.
Cool. I have a -2 to this. That is 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you start to play the bagpipes, still hanging from the roof of the tunnel.
Yep.
Michael, are we going to hear some bagpipes?
Don't think this is the only music that gets me.
Okay, now, it may or may not start to have an effect, but he is still going to have his attack, and he slams his axe into the skull of the monster.
Okay, it didn't work.
And some of the bones go flying, including the little bone from the inner ear.
Oh no!
Pings on.
This is going to be impossible to find.
I'd like to, I've been scribbling around behind the foreman.
Yes.
I'm just going to scoop out a scoop of snow, compact it down hard, and hoof it at Lionel's back of his head.
Okay, make an attack roll.
14 plus 5?
You are proficient in range.
I've got a firebolt. That's similar. It's basically just the polar opposite, but same.
So,
Throw a snowball at him.
propelling the snowball with a tiny fireball behind it. Yes, so the snowball bounces off the back of Linus's head.
And then I hide again. So he's going to look back in the direction the snowball came out from.
And he will see Thorman. Hey, what gives? I thought we were on the same side here. Is this what you're hoping? Oh, it wasn't me. There must be some other snowman here.
That bond is stronger than I thought.
I'm going to use vicious mockery.
Okay.
I'm going to start to go. The foreman threw his body at you. I wonder why that is. You useless cretin. You're disgusting and your mother never loved you. You should give up now. You're not even a real lion. You've never destroyed anything in your life, you horrible little man.
Your vicious mockery gives Linus disadvantage on his saving throw against the poison. And he fails the poison. And so now he begins to hallucinate as the horrible, this echoing mockery surrounds him.
Brendon, is he going to have another swing at the skull?
Yes.
All right.
But as he's swinging, are you
Yes.
going to describe the...
Okay. So, the hallucination I want him to see is the saddest thing he's ever seen in his life. Which is an onion cutting other onions. Crying over the onions for two reasons. And some guy's whipping him because he's forcing him to make lasagna. And his mom is also yelling at him.
I never loved you.
Yeah, like that.
The axe taps weakly against the skull as all the strength comes out of it.
Okay, so when he comes back for another swing at the skull, I would like to, from my position, further up the hallway, rip off a third piece of the hole. I would like to throw the third piece of the hole through the first piece of the hole, so it emerges from the second piece of the hole. Landing where his axe is going to come down on the skull.
So his axe goes into the third part of the portal hole.
That's right, which I am halfway through of the other parts.
Isn't it going to stab into you?
Well, but I take a hit for the monster, you know. It's made of bones. I've got flesh.
Okay.
It's worse.
It whacks into you and you take 9 damage.
Oh, now there's some blood, right? On the leg.
And blood
And
spurts
then
out of the
leg,
hole onto his face and runs down his face like tears.
Oh God, I'm gonna be sick.
An onion. Cutting another onion. Perfect metaphor. I am that onion. And I am that onion. All this time, I've been cutting myself to make the lasagna of glory. But what is it worth?
Very sad.
He drops his axe to the ground. He turns around. He pushes past Thorman. Thorman clatters into the wall. The ice sloughing off the skeleton underneath. Linus pushes open the door of the elevator, pulls the lever, and it agonizingly, slowly lifts up and lifts Linus out of view.
Hell yeah.
And the foreman slowly backs away, says, "Oh, nice monster, nice monster," and is pushing the button to call the elevator back down. I can see that the mine's too dangerous. I'll close it down. You can have it. You can stay here as long as you want. No more mining.
Yes, that's right, you terrible little snowman. Go melt away and wet your little hands. Ah, you terrible foreman.
The lift arrives and he leaps back in and then disappears back up. And all of the skeletons climb out of the monster, slapping each other on the back and cheering. "Oh, you did it! Thank you so much! You're heroes!"
I want to come down from my place on the ceiling and say, "You guys don't have to be sad anymore. You could be free."
You look into their eyes. You see happiness.
Hell yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, they see a bit of happiness in your eyes too.
Can someone please help me out of the 3 separate holes?
Two skeletons come over, grab you by the arms, and hoist you out. And just as your toes pull out of the hole, it suddenly disappears. One of the tibia pulls out her contract and unrolls it, and it crumples into dust in her hands. I think we're free.
Yay!
What are you going to do with your newfound freedom?
Oh, we're going to have to get some hobbies. I mean, I guess we've been paid for 900 years and we haven't had a chance to spend it. I think we might all be rich.
I gotta be honest, that's a good result because I thought there was a real you will all crumble into dust chance this year. So it's good to see that you're just still all skeleton miners, you know.
Hey, actually, speaking of, they reach inside the monster, and deep inside it, casting a pink glow, is a rock. But twisted inside that rock, you can see this crystal glowing temptingly. You can have this. It must be valuable because this is what Lord Everbliss wanted.
Is it safe to touch? Or, I mean, non-skeletons?
I don't know. I haven't had any ill effects.
Okay. Well, other than the disappearance of your flesh.
I don't have any flesh. And I saw earlier that I can turn something into a bag of holding.
That's true, yes.
Well, my body's basically a sack, right? So can I turn my torso into a bag of holding?
You absolutely can.
Just like a crystal in there, mate.
You start to, there's a faint pink glow from your insides.
Never eaten anything before. That was good.
Thank you so much. If you ever need help, you can always call on us.
It's our pleasure, my friend.
How do we do that?
I guess we'll be round. Just, I don't know, put up the...
We'll know what to do when the time is right.
That's right. And so the four of you, joined by the skeletons, make your way up. They take you to another lift, which takes you all the way up to the surface. And with your newfound treasure, you journey off into the sunset. Is there any final things that you'd like to...
I think at this point, Colin would probably say goodbye to the group. It's been fun, but I met a lot of sad skeletons today, and it's really changed me. Like, I feel I don't want to be a monster hunter anymore. Maybe I want to start like a therapy center for skeletons. You know, just a place where they can go and be themselves, you know. And maybe I'll put a playground in there, like a jungle gym or something. Yeah. I don't know what skeletons like. What do you guys think skeletons? I'll think of something.
Do you anticipate your hideous bat face being any kind of a problem in a therapy setting?
Oh God, you're right.
I think it lasts an hour.
No. Has it been an hour? Because I don't know that.
As your features slowly start to return to neutral, you set off with some of your new skeleton companions to new horizons and new adventures. And with that, our adventure comes to an end. A big round of applause for our adventurers! Thank you so much for joining us at Dungeons and Comedians. If you want to check out any of our previous episodes, they are available on YouTube or in podcast form. You can listen back to those. Let's see. Little Andromeda, this wonderful theatre that we're at, has just launched their new season with a lot of amazing shows coming up. So do check those out. There's some incredible stuff coming up. Phoebe, you've got a show coming up as well.
I do. I'm just going to take this off while I talk to everybody. Hello!
Oh, it's Phoebe Hurst.
Hello! So, I am doing Beauty and the Beast. Beauty of the Beast. Beauty of the Beast. That'll be an interesting show. I'm doing Beauty and the Beast, which is a Christmas panto that will be on at the Isaac Theatre Royal from the 9th to the 19th of December. The
tickets go on sale soon. It stars RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under winner Ketamine, and also Erin Wells from What Now, and I shall be playing Mrs. Potts. I love a sentient object, don't I? So yes, if you're looking for something to do, it's a pretty short season and you want to do something with the family and Christmas and stuff, then come on down so you can jump around like a teapot.
Awesome. Now, our amazing pictomancer, Andrew Kepple, is also an animator in his full time and his spare time. If you'd like to check out some of his animations and support his work, his Patreon is patreon.com/toomuchsparetime. He's making this series of animations called Papa Paleolithic, about a caveman and a caveman's best friend. It's incredible. You should check out the first episode. It's incredible. So check that out. And just generally thank him for his amazing work. Andrew Kepple, everyone. And a big thank you to Will and Michael. And finally, our amazing adventurers, Phoebe Hurst.